Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube station. It's the home of the 5 minute or less video. I can tell you everything you need to know within 5 minutes. I've been doing this for 50 years. I'm a national expert in IRS resolution matters. I worked at IRS for 10 years. I have been in private practice for 40. So anyway, I've been on the national news a lot. Many of you have come to me because you've seen me on the national news. There's a lot of credibility from doing that. Well, sometimes there is nowadays, maybe not so much. Anyway, I have a whole team of former IRS agents and tax attorneys and CPAs on staff. We match you with the perfect person. Anyway, I do these videos. Oh, by the way, you can see my interviews and more importantly, my team. And I mean that, my team. At 777irs.com. I ask you to go there just to see who we are and who I am. Anyway, I do these videos so you don't get ripped off. I give you insider information. I really give you a lot of clarity on really what you need to know on things. And today I want to talk to you about how to settle 941 payroll tax debt. As a former revenue officer, I've worked thousands of these cases, and I instructed other ROs how to work these cases. So listen to what I have to say. The first two things that you need to do anytime you owe back 941 taxes is you must get current. Two most important things when I knock on the door, first two questions I'd ask are all your returns filed, personal, business? Second, are you currently, in the month I'm coming out, are you currently making federal tax deposits? I want to see that you've stopped the problem and you want to work on the back issue. If you have a continued running debt, you're going to have a hard time. Don't call IRS or don't get started until all your returns are filed. And I mean, do this within 30 days. Don't wait 2 years. And as soon as you make that first federal tax deposit, it's the time to call and say, IRS, I'm finished. I'm wiping my hands of this. I want to be kind of a good student, a good boy in school moving forward. So IRS is going to ask for a couple financial statements, a 433A on the personal side and a 433B on the business side. You can do an offer and compromise to settle both personal and corporate debts, and you can do an offer to take both out. The IRS will want the 433A OIC and the 433B OIC. Those are the business financial statements for both, and the 656 form. I don't suggest you do this by yourself, and let me just tell you why. You say, oh my, he's selling. No, I'm not selling myself. Let me tell you something. I tell people all the time, if you have a simple financial statement, go for it. Fill out the forms yourself. I tell people all day long to do that. On a business 941 payroll tax debt, do not do that. It's more complicated than you think. There's a lot more things they're going to ask for. The revenue officers are going to go diving more on your financial statement. I should say this. If you have a simple company, very simple, it's very easy. You don't have much in the way of income or assets. Do it yourself. But if there's any size to it, you must hire a professional person to do this. IRS makes offers and compromise kind of complicated. I think 14,000 got accepted last year, and I think there were a total of 78,000 put in, and most of those are by professional firms. I am not doing this to sell myself. I'm not. You hire whoever the hell you want, but these payroll taxes are tougher for one reason. It's money that you held in trust and didn't pay over to IRS. So IRS is going to take a much deeper dive on this. Those are the words I was trying to say later. Anyway, just make sure you're current. All your tax returns are filed. The other thing I got to tell you, really important. If you go to hire someone, it's not us. Listen to me. Please listen to me. Very important. You have to give those financial statements to the person who you're going to hire. If you don't, you don't know whether your offer is going to be good or not. These other companies take your money. Pardon me, getting over the flu. IRS can take your money. These people are going to take your money and say they can get an offer, and they're not. You have to look at the financial statements you're going to give IRS before any professional should take your money and tell you what they can do. For instance, when I look at these forms, I'll tell you exactly what IRS is going to settle for. More importantly, I'll tell you what they're not. So make sure, and the person you give this information to has to be an attorney, a CPA, or an enrolled agent. Why? They're the only people licensed to speak to IRS on your behalf. So make sure you give them the form to look at, and what other things, Zoom with them. I love Zooming with people because I want to know who I'm talking to. If they don't want to do that or they don't want to spend the time with you, find someone else. Give me a subscription. I gave you everything I got today, baby. I need the subscriptions because YouTube wants them. Thank you.